Would you quit your job to become a YouTuber? Would you walk in there and just say, hey, I quit. I got something going, I'm getting it off the ground, and I hope it works out for me. Or would you just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get it working first and then quit, That's probably more or less the thing to do. You say, I'll probably quit after I get things going, But my question is, would you quit your job to be a full-time YouTuber? Man, that's a tough question there. It's a lot of different circumstances around that one. But I would say that right now, yes, because there are a lot of different factors going into working for somebody else. When you're working for somebody else, you're making them rich. You literally are making them rich. You're not making yourself rich. Like every time you go to a corporate job, you get a paycheck, and it keeps the lights on. But you're not bringing home the bulk of the money that's being brought in. Yeah, that's the way of putting it. You're not bringing home the bulk of it. You're working for a check. And if you had a YouTube account, you'll be working for you. You'll be like, hey, everything that I earn is mine. You don't have to split it with anybody. And it's sort of like being an entrepreneur. You got your own business going. But yeah, I would ask, would you in fact quit your job to become a YouTuber? There's a lot of different advantages to it too. Hey, one of the advantages is going to be you don't have to worry about getting laid off when business is down and they're like, oh, we got to cut back on staff, we got to let a few people go. You don't have to worry about getting laid off. And that's a big thing too, because that can come unexpectedly to you. You're working one day, everything is going well, then you show up on the Monday morning and then they have a meeting and they're like, hey, we're going through a restructuring and wanted to let y'all know there's going to be a layoff. And then all of a sudden, man, now you're asking yourself, when is it going to be? Am I going to have enough time to prepare? I can't afford to get laid off, man. I just got a new car note. But you face that, when you're working for somebody and when you're in the workplace, and if you get laid off, man, sometimes it's like, this is no joke. They can walk in there that day and say it's effective immediately. And the reason why they do that is they say, well, we don't want anybody damaging any files or doing anything to any of the equipment and making this here happen. But they don't think about it from your aspect. You're like, hey man, I got bills to pay. And you're talking about today is my last day. Why don't you just call me from home? Hey, why don't you just call me from home and say, don't show up today, man. You have me driving all the way out here. And all of a sudden I got to turn around and go back home. And you told me you're just going to pay me for today. Well, they do say they'll give you a severance package, like 2 weeks. You get your last 2 weeks of pay. So, and then sometimes there's a severance package, But, man, that's got to be hard. That hits hard if that happens to you. So you have to take that into consideration. When I was saying, hey, would you quit your job for YouTube to be full-time on YouTube? Think about if that happened to you. Man, I tell you what, you don't have much control. Oh, I can see that now. Hey, man, I heard the boss gonna call a meeting at 10 o'clock. Man, why is it so early? We just got in here. It's something important, man. I don't know what it is, man. It's something that came down from headquarters. You're like, you're looking at the rumor mill then. You're looking to see who all have all the rumors, where are the rumors? What's being said, because the rumor mill is important. Like a lot of stuff, you can ask some of the secretaries and they'll know what's happening. You'll be like, what's on the rumor mill? I need to know what's happening, so I can prep myself. And then all of a sudden you get the word, it affects you. And all of a sudden, there you are looking for a job. You looking for a job. Like, man, I didn't see this coming. I knew that the economy was bad, but I didn't see it happening to us, Especially all that overtime they made us work last year too. Yeah. So, would you quit your job to become a YouTuber? That's one thing that could, man, I kid you not. That's one thing that deserves considerable thought. And that is, you can walk in this job and all of a sudden, that job is not there. At least a full-time YouTuber, you controlling your own destiny. You control your destiny because the more content you make, the more opportunity to be relevant. You do it under your own time frames. All of your required stuff like video editing and stuff like that. Content creation. You'll be doing it under your own terms. So that's an advantage to me. That's an advantage, to being a full-time YouTuber. What would be another one? Hey, I know what would be another one. Hey, I'm walking on some sand right now. Boy, it feels good. It's kind of hard. Boy, if you really want to train your body for walking or anything, for getting strong, work out on some sand. Because your feet sink down in it, and you got to work twice as hard. But another reason why it would be a good idea to quit your full-time job to become a YouTuber. Or I was asking you, would you do it? Let me put it that way. That's a better way of putting it. That way I'm not dictating anything to you. I'm just putting it to you, asking you about the question about what you would do. One of the reasons that could give you incentive to do so, I look at it from a standpoint of, I'm not saying do so, but I'm saying there are different reasons to do so. One of them is this here. They've got these AI tools that does a lot of the work for you, and you don't have to spend as many hours doing a lot of the stuff that you used to do. You don't. And the AI tools speed everything up. Then all of a sudden you realize, hey man, I'm getting help with this here. I'm literally getting help with create my content, because like say for example, watch this here. You can use an AI tool to help you generate let's say tags, for an example. Like you have to think about, man, what am I going to use as a tag? And you go, oh man, this AI tool is helping me with my tags, Hey, I'm just pacing on this sand because it feels good. I just don't want to leave it right now because it feels so good. So, man, we're walking on the sand together. Oh yeah, I was saying the AI tools, they'll end up helping you. Like I gave the example of the tags. Like say for example, you used to have to sit there and think of, I want to create this content. What am I going to use as some tags, And you go, I'll use the tags of, like say for example, you want 5 tags. Now you can use the AI and you can come up with 10 of them. You'll end up with 10 tags and be like, oh man, I just increase my chance of getting my content out there in the different forums, you know, because the algorithm is going to look at the tags and use that as part of the assignment process, you know, where it's going to route the videos, you know. And keep in mind now, I'm basing all of this here off of material that's been read, you know, because I'll say to you again, I've only got 2 subscribers, and I haven't made it work for me yet. And you know, that makes me think of something. I'm gonna talk about that too, why I deleted my channel. I deleted a channel that I once had. I'm gonna talk about that one day. As a matter of fact, I might talk about that before today is over with. But yeah, that's another reason that you know, can consider, you know. Let's see if we can think of another one. Oh, I got it. Here's one. Oh, here's one. You know, we all get passionate about things, right? And we've always heard that, hey man, if you do something that you're passionate about, it won't even feel like work. It won't even feel like work if you do something that you're passionate about, you like to do. That's another reason why I would want to be a YouTuber. Yeah, I'll be, you know, doing what I want to do, creating content, no matter what you do. You know, you can be like, you know, your content could be, you know, you like to do spreadsheets or something like that and do financial advice to people. Or, you know, you might end up being one of those people who analyze material, you know, like you'll get all of these YouTube videos, for an example, and you analyze the data and find out what they what they have in common and stuff. But you know, everybody have their own little things they like to do, and you'll be following your passion. And passion is important, you know, because everybody, this is just me, this is my opinion. Passion, everybody want to do something that they're passionate about. Like, say for example, if you're, and I don't want to pick on any specific profession, but if you have to lift bricks all day and move them from point A to point B, but that's not your passion, it's gonna feel like work because you ain't into it. You're just not enjoying it. Like, man, I'm doing this here because I have to feed myself. You know what I mean? So you're doing it because you're doing it for a reason. You're not doing it out of love, you know, that, you know, you care about it and passionate about it, you know. So keep in mind that could be another reason why you want to consider, well, I'm not going to say you want to consider it. You know, I'm going to go back to the question, you know, and that is, would you quit your job to become a YouTuber? Me, and I'm not like everybody else. Right now, I'd say yes. And the reason is because it is a new form of work. It's a new form of work, you know, where you have a lot of, let's call it creative control. You have a lot of control, you know, and how you create in your future, you know, and how you're building your legacy and everything about yourself as far as, you know, how you get your income and all of that stuff. So that's another reason. All right, so we'll end that. We'll say that that's the tail end of that conversation.